Okay, Cindy Hall.
I agree that Congress really shouldn't be voting themselves high rates. I'm not sure what the solution is, though. The people in each state vote. I don't know, but it just doesn't sound right, particularly with the Congress we have now. And it seems to me that they voted in another $1 million just to cover their expenses. I could be wrong on that, but that's just way out of the question.
And Patricia Levinson.
I believe our salaries are on automatic pilot at this time in the Congress, and they need to take that off automatic pilot so that there isn't an automatic increase. The other thing is the 1974 Budget Act needs to be repealed so that Congress can review each line of the budget as they used to do. It had a lot of red lines in it now, but right now a lot of costs are hidden in the budget, and so there needs to be more transparency in that, so that act needs to be repealed. The average wage in the public sector compared to the private sector is way out of kilter. The government wages average about $75,000 compared to $45,000 in the private sector, and that balance needs to come back in, and that can be reflected in leadership. We need to get all of those balanced so that there's more balance between public and private.
All right, let's draw our next lucky winner.
851903.
Okay, same section. Okay, if you wouldn't mind, state your name and ask your question, and you can specify whether you want to address it to the entire panel or to particular people on the panel. It's up to you.
My name is Rachel Ware, and this is for the whole panel. It has been said that officials that hold a public office, even if they only serve one term, receive a salary for the rest of their lives. If this is true, do you agree with this, and are you willing to work to get this changed?
Okay, I guess we'll start with Sarah Manier.
I've heard that is the case. If you serve 2 years in the House, should you get a retirement for the rest of your life? No. I mean, you work other places so many years before you can qualify or be vested even to get retirement. And it should be any different for the Congress. I mean, if you serve 2 years and then next year you get defeated, and what'd you say, we make $179,000 the rest of my life? No. That's just not a good thing. That can be changed, and it can be changed legislatively.
Tom Stark.
That is, in fact, the case, and no, I don't believe it's right. Our veterans who stand on the front lines and fight for us in protecting our freedoms get at best 50% after 20 years. So if you take 2 years as being a tenth of that, that would be about 5% would be a comparable amount, and I'm not even convinced that after 2 years, perhaps it's someone who served out the full length of the term limits, whatever they happen to be, might get some kind of a token payment because they're not paying into Social Security, but very little. I just don't see the point. You're there for a temporary thing, and you're coming home, and that's the end of it. You go back to your life.
Mac Warner.
I heard part of Governor Chris Christie's speech to New Jersey, and man, he's right on it, okay? He gave an example of somebody that, a guy who had put in $120,000, and yet over the life expectancy of his remaining years, he was supposed to be pulling from the people $3.2 million worth of various benefits. It's absolutely absurd, okay? Everybody here gets that. We all know that the world has changed. The economics of this world has turned upside down. Members of Congress are no different than the people, anybody else. If it doesn't work on Main Street, if it doesn't work in your kitchen, it shouldn't be working at Congress, okay? So let's be fair. So I would support this 28th Amendment proposal out there that the congressmen have to abide by the same rules that everybody else does. And so, yeah, we need to go back and just restore some common sense, common decency to government programs, and this is one that's way out of line.
Cindy Hall.
I believe the retirement salary on someone who has been in Congress 4 years is $30,000. I think the 5th year it goes up. I don't see any reason why an elected official should get a full salary for the time they spend. I don't know, perhaps a percentage, 10% or something like that for retirement, something that they could possibly live on. But the first 2 terms, it's $30,000. Thank you.
No golden parachutes. Either in Congress or in the, what they do in the public sector is different from private sector. We aren't there for a career, we're there to serve the public, and that's the way it should be treated. 28th Amendment.
David McKinley.
If we're unable to pass term limits, the most effective secondary program that we could institute in Congress would be no benefits, no retirement. People won't stay if it's proper, if you're phrasing that question the way I understood it, that they could benefit by staying there. I don't think anyone in Congress, either their retirement benefits or their health care benefits, should be any better than anyone else out here that deals with that. Thank you very much.
Okay, next question.
851-917.
Okay. All right, please state your name and ask your question.
My name is Ron Keener from Marion County. My question is, what process or what is your procedures that you would look at in taking care of the illegal immigration problem?